welcome to the next edition of Lockers and Legends. I am Varric of Bard City, and I am your DM, and we'll go ahead and do around the room and do introductions of characters again. Start with Asher.
Hi, I'm Addy here, playing Asher Hawkins.
All right, Jeremy.
I am Onion, treasurer of Bard City, and I am playing Jeremy Lucan, Bog Nerd.
James.
I am Franciel. I'm playing James Fletcher. He is a goth kid with opinions, but that doesn't make him a bad guy. Just for the record. Want everyone to keep that in mind.
We were shit-talking his character before we started.
Just because he looks evil doesn't necessarily mean that he is. Just greatly increases the odds.
I'm Winters, and I'm playing Martin Bayfold, goes by Bayfold, robotics nerd.
I am Eva. I am playing Mark Maynard. I am a good boy.
And a center of...
Amongst other things.
All right. So... here we are. Basically, for a recap of the last episode, these young kids were in detention, and a creepy man with a black coat and a bunch of weird magic and dirty fingernails broke into the school that he probably wasn't supposed to be within 100 feet of, and magically gave them a book that they read a spell in, and now they're in the magical world of the Forgotten Realms? Who knows? They are in the middle of the woods with no adult supervision and a dead owlbear. The first thing that they saw was an owlbear, or a bear-shaped creature covered in feathers, and then a creature with pointy ears and a bow, seeing them and turning around and running away at full speed. So, kids, what are you up to?
What the hell? What was that? Is that a bear?
It was a bear.
It looked like it.
Doesn't look like any bear I've ever seen.
It's still right in front of you, by the way. It is decidedly dead.
Whatever it is dead.
Decidedly dead. I think we got to get out of here.
Yeah, I don't want to be around this thing.
Oh, it's cute.
I'm just gonna take a step toward it just to try to see what this thing is. What's a 5 get me?
It's big. And it doesn't have fur. It's got feathers and a beak.
Is this an ostrich?
I've never seen an ostrich that looks like that before.
Yeah, how many ostriches have you seen?
I don't know. I go to the zoo every summer and they have them there.
People go to the zoo.
That's what we did. That's what kids these days do, right? We go to the zoo, fellow kids.
Not everybody likes to be outside. Anyway.
Is there a zoo in Des Moines? I don't know.
It's probably very sad.
Okay, so this thing died in front of us. Have any of you seen something die? I've never seen anything die.
A fish. That's about it. I think we need to get out of here.
We should.
I don't want that thing to come back.
Yeah, what was that?
I'm not going to check its pulse, so...
Some guy.
Looks like another one of James's friends.
All right. Go ahead and guys.
Not a guy.
Everybody give me another D20.
How about a 4? This is unreal. This is terrible.
Okay, how about a 2, Joe?
How about a 14?
I also got a 14.
Okay.
And 13.
James and Bayfold, you two are bickering enough about the, have I seen something die before? Or what the heck is this thing? Is this an ostrich? That you guys don't hear until you see 2 creatures that you had never seen before walking in your direction and discussing amongst themselves. No, there's no possible way. They're not real. This is something for children's tale to keep you in line. Humans lived short, brutish lives, barely making it to 120 if they were lucky, full of violence and untoward emotion, which is why old mums would say that misbehaving children would get turned into them. And then
to who I can reach and just start tapping people's shoulders like, guys.
No, look, there they are.
I'm going to hide behind Mark.
The 2 get closer to you, and the shorter one, there's one with a big brown beard and about 5 foot nothing, but very stocky. You can tell he's got streaks of gray in his beard. And the other, he's got pointy ears, a black hood that is pulled down now so you can see his full features. Larger eyes than you typically would expect a person to have. And the shorter one just goes, "These aren't humans. They're... I don't know what they are. Actually, I do. They're squatters." And he turns to his companion and goes, "Humans are supposed to be twice as tall as me, with olive-colored fins, big fangs, and just look at them." And then the other one responds with, "Well, maybe they're baby human."
I'm not
All
a
right,
baby.
explain yourself. What's your lot
Not
doing here?
Definitely not baby humans.
Well, what are you?
Humans. Teenage
We're
humans.
teens.
Teens.
What are you? What do you mean, what are we? Where are we?
You see the dwarf suddenly, when you say, "Where are we?" look over, and he sees the stream that is like just basically right on the other side of this like tree line. And he goes, "By gods, we're on the wrong side of the stream. Sorry, I didn't notice." "Oh, come on. When I hit it, it was on our side. I don't want to be caught poaching before the King's Guard comes. Let's get this thing over the border." And they immediately stop looking at you and start to pull the owlbear with no luck.
Can you guys tell us what's going on? What are you talking about?
It sounds like some Robin Hood stuff, like poaching, King's Guard.
He's like, "This lot doesn't know anything. You're on King's land. If you're found here, you're going to get in big trouble. And so are we if we don't move this thing right now." And they try to move it, and this thing is obviously heavy. And then you see the bearded man basically berating what seems to be a younger guy, just basically like saying, like, "I can't believe like you didn't finish him off before he crossed the border."
What the hell is going on here? Where are we?
I would see this guy laying into this other guy and be like, "Hey, dude, he was on his own. Lay off. Like, what was he supposed to do? That thing's huge." I would step up.
Okay, so he turns to you and says, "Well, do you want to do something about this then?"
I didn't say that. I said leave him alone. I don't even know what that thing is.
I don't know about you guys, but I don't want to get in trouble. I mean, we're already in a lot of trouble. I don't want to get in any more trouble. I'm gonna try to help him, and I'm gonna move over and I guess grab a haunch or a foot or whatever I can grab and just start yanking.
Okay, give me a strength. Give me just a d20.
That's 10.
Okay. Yeah, you guys, the three of you combined, can probably put like a couple inches at a time. It's exhausting work though. But you hear the shorter one mention that they just need to get it on the other side of the stream.
I want to come in from behind and grab whatever parts do.
Yeah, I'll
Show us which way the stream
huff
is.
and help.
Mark, you're clearly the strongest one of us here. Hey, give us a hand.
This is fascinating to watch all of you little guys try to do this. And I would go to the front of the owlbear or the thing and like pull it as hard as I can towards me.
Okay. Yeah, and like you like squat down and you basically grab it behind you, and it's like this is kind of your whole thing is pushing big things around. So with the five of you combined, you are able to grab it and bring it with you. And you drag it, eventually get it across the stream. That is when you see another man approach who is even stranger than the others. He's literally just like he's got a dragon head. He's got scales. This is the strangest person you've ever seen.
Cool costume, dude.
Brune, who are these fools? The shorter one's going to look back and be like, "Not now. Let's get it back to the cabin."
I don't think that's a costume. I think that's just a guy with a dragon head.
Yeah.
Hey, what's your deal, man?
"I'm sorry, you're talking to me?
Yeah?
Again, who?" And then you'll hear the other one say, like, "Not now. Let's get inside." You guys drag the creature back with you. You're brought back. You're in a cabin at this point, and once they settle down, they start to talk amongst themselves for a little bit. before the bearded one comes back to you and says, "Well, this is strange."
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, you're telling us, man.
And again, he's wearing like a long tunic of sight, belted. Everyone else is wearing like has swords or bows, and they're looking at your clothing and just like, "What the hell?" Well, I guess introductions are in order. My name is Brune. That one with the bow, who we met at first, his name is Powell. And that is Sharo over there. Forgiveness for him being so rude at the start.
Well, I'm Jeremy.
I'm Asher.
I'm James.
Bayfold.
Mark, where are we?
You are at the border of the Callian Kingdom. Did you not know that?
What is the Callian Kingdom?
I need a drink. He's going to go over and he's going to pour himself a very foamy, very warm mug of might be beer.
As he does this, I'm going to like try to bring everyone in and be like, guys, have any of you seen A Kid in King Arthur's Court?
What the hell was that?
It's a movie that came out in 1995, which Winters just looked up.
That would have been out by now, since we are in
It would've.
2006.
A kid gets sucked into King Arthur times. Like, he just ends up there, and then eventually he gets home somehow. I forget.
Give me a d20 roll real quick.
It's an 8.
15.
12?
18.
Okay. Jeremy, you overhear the ranger talking to the dragon dude, basically say, "No, look, they're conspiring right now."
Guys, I don't think they like what we're doing right now. I think they said conspiring.
We're not
I mean,
conspiring. I will say this loudly at them.
So you really have no clue where you are?
Okay, look at us and look at you. We have no clue where we are. We just appeared here. Like, what, 10 minutes ago? And then that giant bear thing died in front of us. And then you guys showed up.
You haven't even seen an owl bear?
Owl bear?
What?
Man, that doesn't even have a good ring to it.
That sounds
Bear
made
owl
up.
sounds better.
It's a mouthful for real. Who named that?
I don't know where you're from, but it should be very clear. It should be made clear that you need to know this, right? Killing animals on a king's property is a bad idea, especially in the middle of the day. And he's going to turn back to Powell, who has poured himself a cup of beer and is sort of like hood up, sort of sulking at the table. And once Brune mentions the king, the Dragonborn spits on the ground. So does Powell. And then Brune takes a look at the party, sees what your reaction is, and then spits on the ground as well.
I also spit on the ground.
I'm gonna spit on the ground too.
I get it. Shittily spit on the ground. Like, go for it, but then like back off halfway through.
Yeah, spit on the ground the way a teenager would, who has never spit on the ground before.
Exactly.
I spit on the
Bayfold, you notice that Cheryl just starts laughing at you.
Okay, King Bad. We're not from here. We're from Earth? Is this not Earth? The plants are wrong?
No, you are not. That's not anywhere. And like he turns to the other two and they kind of shrug. They're like, never heard of it.
How far are we from Iowa?
Iowa?
Earth, they're not going to know Iowa.
I mean, it was worth a shot.
All right. Have you eaten?
No.
No.
I could eat.
I think Mark is eating, though.
No.
Didn't you just come from your parents' roast house?
Decidedly.
You were hyping up that pot roast.
I'm under punishment for the tattoo.
Under punishment. I love
Yeah.
that.
Yep, they were. Mark was sent back without
that's right.
pot roast, which is.
I mean,
I remember that.
We talked a lot about pot roast. That's what's sticking in my mind.
Yeah, we don't know that. We talked about the pot roast. That's all we. That's
Y'all
all
got
we
right.
know.
Y'all got right to read it. Nobody asked me how I was. Nobody asked me how my folks were. Y'all were just ready to open the book, and I had to run all the way there.
Well,
So
I
Mark
don't
got-
know you.
Mark got in trouble? James would like nod approvingly.
Brune walks over and basically like motions at Powell and Sharo to like go get something. So you basically they come back with like a bunch of sticks of very dried and very heavily preserved meat and some very stale hardtack, essentially.
Thanks.
My friend, I hate to tell this to you, you are very far away from Iowa.
How far?
I assume about as far as you can get.
Oh crap!
Please tell me you have
I
hot
think,
topics here.
I don't think they have hot topic here.
As I say crap, I'm gonna take a bite of beef jerky. Being an outdoorsy fellow, I often carry beef jerky with me.
You do not have beef jerky with you. I mean, you're eating you got their jerky.
No. And so
Okay.
I recognize it as jerked meat.
Right.
Yeah?
All right.
Got it in
Most-
one. Hooray.
Yeah, that's not
Oh.
jar.
I thought you were about to say, like, I had beef jerky in my pockets, and I'm like, I think the only thing you have in your pockets are crushed tater tots.
Or jerked beef.
No, I keep the tater tots in my cheeks like a squirrel.
And so you guys basically like sit down, and the guy with pointy ears is like, Are you really human?
Last time I checked.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yes.
What else? Would
Absolutely.
We be?
Are you
think
not?
so.
Is it
Okay.
rude to ask, what are you?
Does that dragon head come off?
Hey now. Brune turns to you, Jeremy, and says, That is a rude question.
Wait, so it's real?
I told you it was real.
I didn't believe
This-
you.
And
Looks pretty cool.
he's gonna turn to you and say, Does your hair come off?
No, it does not. I understand, sir.
Probably looking at my dad.
I mean,
he'll eventually
technically it can.
Don't
Shall
tell
we
us it's
try?
not.
And
No.
that's when you see the man sort of blow very slightly, and he's just to cook the beef or the jerked meat, and just ever so slight, just the slightest little flame.
That's so cool.
I'm gonna blow it out, like shake it.
Oh no, he's doing it. He's doing it to his own in front of himself,
Oh.
and then eating the extra cooked jerky.
Oh, that's so cool. Can you do that to mine?
No,
I can do that to yours, and I'll take out the aerosol flamethrower and, without asking, torch your jerky.
I mean, not what I wanted, but thanks. I don't know.
I mean, if we're showing off,
Brune's gonna like put his hand on yours and be like, "I trust him with an open flame. I don't trust you."
that's fair. Honestly, you probably shouldn't.
But what is that?
This? Oh, it's a little flamethrower I made.
And he looks over it, and it's covered in like plastic and
Yeah.
metal, and obviously like a striker, and he's just like, "What?" It's kind of blown away with the sort of build of it all.
It's a little contraption I made, and it lights fires. Maybe too good. I got in trouble for it. Anyway, back to the task at hand. This is cool, and maybe we can talk about this later. But right now, how do we? Is there someone smart that can get us home? Are there like professors or a library or I mean, this is-
Mages?
yeah, like a Merlin type, like wizard, like a wizard.
You're not going to find a wizard amongst us.
Bad thing?
I will explain to you like you are very stupid.
Honestly, yeah, that's I think what we need.
All right,
My
listen up,
name is Brune. I am a dwarf. That is Powell. He is an elf. That is Sharo. He is a dragonborn. If you call him a lizard, I will not stop him from whatever he will do to you.
That's fair.
He's an elf. Hey, do you know Santa? Are you kidding me? Do you think we're stupid?
All right, I'm gonna like not hit, but like jolt James on the shoulder. Just like, dude, shut up. They're going to hurt us.
No, I don't. And then Powell goes, I know it's Sandy. He's my cousin.
I'm just gonna wipe my brow like, oh,
But I don't think. Listen, there's quite a bit that it is best that you stay put for now. Understood?
How do we know we can
Why?
trust you?
Actually, you know what? You're right. You can leave.
Whoa. We'll stay, guys. We'll stay, right?
Well, we're happy to stay. Could you keep explaining things to us like we're dumb?
Yeah.
That seemed helpful.
What Bayfold said.
You are in Atla. You are right, and we are up against the border of the Kalian Forest. And none of this rings a bell.
No.
Just like Iowa doesn't ring a bell for you.
Yeah.
Listen, this place is not friendly to strangers or lost souls. So, until we come up with a plan, you should stay put.
Here? Can we stay put here?
Brune extends and says, like, basically starts explaining that there's a cellar that he's letting you guys crash in, much to the chagrin of, like, Powell seems to be a little bit upset, and Sharo seems to be quite upset as well. Not necessarily upset, but concerned.
Listen, we're not here to cause trouble. We don't even know, like, what got us here, but we do want to get home. I don't think causing trouble is gonna be the way to do that. So, like, thank you. We really don't mean to cause you guys any trouble.
And then Brune's going to be like, well, you already have in ways that you don't understand. And then he's going to sort of direct you down to the cellar. And you guys, by the way, this is equivalent of your time, like 1 o'clock in the morning. Because
Okay.
you pretty much jumped through the portal at like 9, and it's taken some time for you to like get through everywhere.
All right, guys. I don't know about you, but
I'm feeling 20. Nope, that was not 2006.
and also we're like 16.
Yeah.
I'm exhausted, guys. Can we figure this out in the morning?
Yeah, I think it's. We need to go to bed. We can talk in the morning. Thank you for letting us stay in your basement.
Thank you for the jerk to meet.
We should go to bed now.
Yeah. I like a good call.
So you guys are exhausted, and you crawl down in the basement, and inside there is like barrels of various different provisions, but mostly it's stacked to the top with pelts. And it smells funny because all the pelts have dried with whatever necessary materials it is to dry a pelt. I don't do fur. I don't even eat meat, so I don't know what pelts do.
Mm-hmm.
It's brains.
Is it
I don't-
brains?
I don't do fur or eat meat either, but it's brains.
Is it brains? Is that real, or are you making this up?
It's brains sometimes. I don't know if it's brains for all things, but
I feel like brains makes sense for like medieval-ish times. Someone in chat,
like-
if anyone knows how to,
I got that from like,
Preserve-
the 2 Western books I've read, so feel free to tell me I'm wrong too.
okay,
If there's
anyone,
tanning happening down here, it smells horrible.
the tanning is not happening in an enclosed space. I know that. for a
Okay,
fact,
got it.
because that would probably kill you.
Probably. Well, I don't know. Dwarves got constitution out the butt, so
True. No, you don't know that.
that's true. I know that. Bayfold, no fucking clue.
You guys are in the cellar, and you have a chance to chat with each other.
I would sit on the stairs to the cellar. Not sure what I would do to guard us or protect us, but I'm gonna just put myself there as
Yeah,
some
there
sort of
is-
protection.
One thing you do note is that in the cellar, there's only one way in and one way out. So if
Well, they're gonna go through me.
Can I look around the cellar for something to make like a rudimentary like string with like bones attached to the end of it or something? Just like an alarm, basically.
Yeah, absolutely. Just give me a D20 and go ahead and add 5. Just might as well. And I do appreciate Schnappy in the chat giving us. We need fats of some kind. You can use brains. You can use eggs. So
Nice.
That's
Thank
a
you,
14.
Snappy.
today I learned. Yep, Bayfold, you're able to piece together a "Oh, hello, tiger."
There's a tiger.
Hi,
You got a
Um,
little face back there.
Oh,
Yeah.
pretty boy.
Mhm.
You're able to piece together a sort of alarm, but if you guys want to take turns taking watch, welcome to D&D, baby. Let's go. First
Yeah.
shifts.
Hell yeah.
Definitely going to be taking watch. It sounded like Mark was sitting up
Wait,
first.
actually, hold up. 1 second.
That's-
Would you guys know to do that?
I'm doing it because I don't trust these random people whose basement we're sleeping in, but I've been peer pressured into this.
That's why I made the
So-
alarm.
Yeah,
But I
like,
think Bayfold would fall victim to his hubris, make the alarm and go to sleep.
You're like, well, we did it. I got the thing. Like,
Mark
yeah,
would stay
like
up
no
all
one's
night.
getting past that.
Mark-
Being an outdoorsy person, I think I would suggest like, hey guys, can somebody stay up just for a couple hours and then we can trade off or something, you know, camping out in the woods, having somebody keep watch when there's, I guess, predators like bear owls or whatever that how they are.
as an Eagle Scout, we never kept watch. Nah.
Oh no, I'm not a Boy Scout. I just like to go into the woods and sleep.
I'm not suggesting like watches. If nobody else is going to stay up or trade off with me, I would forego resting in order to like
Yeah.
protect the group. So it just depends on what everybody else feels.
I mean, I
I
think
would-
a general mistrust of the just new people would make James want to also stay up.
Yeah, just some of Asher's broodiness. Like, I would just go in the corner, like my back towards the wall and like facing the stairwell, and like I would pull out my notebook. If it survived the portal journey,
It did.
and just start
And-
writing anything down that was talked about.
Everything-
Just thinking.
Yeah, everything that you had on your person stayed with you. I will say, James, you dropped your bottle of plastic vodka.
Oh no! I also pull out a cigarette.
Find a big pile of furs and jump on top of them and go, you guys can stay up if you want, but like I put the string with the alarm there, so we're good. But yeah, you can stay up if you want, and he'll just roll over and go to sleep, try to go to sleep. I guess he's had enough of the day, hoping it's all a bad dream.
All right. I will say, Martin, you knock out. Like all of you guys are physically, emotionally exhausted. Shit's whack, yo. Basically, it's not a matter of if you guys stay awake, it's just for how long. And eventually, one by one, you guys succumb. But for those of you who are trying to stay awake, give me a d20 roll.
10.
14.
2?
13.
Mark, you basically are sitting on the stairwell and then go down. And then James, you are like sort of tucked in the corner. Eventually, you nod off. Then Asher, you got 14. Jeremy, 13.
Mhm.
So basically, Jeremy, you nod off, and then Asher, you are not too far behind. So that is when I changed the Pocket Bard music. Music by Pocket Bard. We're not sponsored. We just like them.
Wonderful people, wonderful product.
Yes, incredible.
Scribe Society, hello. And we're also using Shard, which is Scribe Society's thing. So like, hi, what's up? Look at that.
Yay!
Look at that. Done. We're very good at the business stuff.
Nailing it, killed it.
I did a great job,
Like and
guys.
subscribe.
Like and subscribe. Follow us on the TikToks. All right.
And then- Tic Tacs.
So as you guys fall asleep, Martin or Bayfold, especially you were so desperately hoping that this was a dream, that none of this was real, that you would wake up in your bed with your PlayStation 2 nearby, excited for the PlayStation 3 coming out. Actually, I forgot which console were you?
I'm pretty sure PS2 was the reigning champ right then.
It was, yeah. The Xbox 360 was out.
Mm-hmm.
We've determined this during session 0. All right. But all of you, when you wake up, so to speak, you look around and see yourself standing on a sort of floating, shimmering platform. It is blue, almost lapis lazuli surface that you look down and see, and then beyond the edge of the platform, above you, you see a brighter galaxy than you have ever seen before in your life, shooting across the sky, much like the Milky Way, where you have stars all around, but a center of the sky is just emblazoned with a sea of just endless, unknowable amounts of stars. And below you is a dark, turbulent ocean that seems to stretch forever. And then you hear a voice. The voice, you see in the middle a table that you swear it wasn't for. And then there was a man with red hair and a purple jacket, and he's sitting there with a quill in hand and a stack of books. And again, you've looked around at this point, and it seems that he's come out of nowhere, and he's just sort of sitting there writing away.
Are we all aware of
You guys are basically all on the edge of this platform, and the platform's probably 100 feet wide, but you're equally spaced around the edge.
Hey, who are you?
He says, "Oh, hello." That's, by the way, the art on chart is who you see.
Well,
I wasn't expecting company, and certainly not with such a party.
yeah, we
Yeah, was
weren't.
that Elton John?
So, by the way, as you speak, the rest of you guys can see that the others are speaking, but none of you can hear each other. You can hear yourself and you can hear the person, but you guys can basically see each other moving and see each other speak, but nothing else.
I'm gonna be motioning like, guys, I can't hear you.
What the hell? Are we still in Atla or whatever?
Says, well, no, but you are, and you'll be needing something. Yes, somehow you don't quite fit in. You're not really meant to be here. You know that, right?
Kind of picked that up a little bit, but we're here now, so
Yes. These things do happen from time to time. And he immediately opens up the book and starts to scribble things down. And this is when everybody sees the rest of everyone else disappears from your point of view. It feels like you're now alone on that platform. And he's jotting down. Mark. Below suddenly you see clear blue skies above you. And then in the distance, you see pillars of smoke over green, lush meadow and forest. But there's a darkness in the corner very far away. And you see a golden dragon swooping down, heading towards the blaze. Then in front of you, you see the head of a gold dragon emblazed on a silver shield. The man in the purple suit turns to you and says, "What does this mean to you?"
Well, I think it means that the dragon is protecting someone from whatever that is, and I'd point to the darkness.
Is that something you wish to do?
Protect others from darkness? Yeah, of course. If I can.
Oh, I don't think you have a choice. It is seemingly in your nature. You must be prepared to carry the burdens of the trials ahead.
Of course, whatever's asked of me. I'll do whatever I can.
And with that, you feel a sort of like tingling on your right arm, and suddenly you look at your hand. Are you wearing long sleeves right now?
Yes.
Okay. Actually, you look down and you are in different clothes than you showed up in. What are you wearing?
Wait, what was I wearing, or what am I wearing now?
What are you wearing right now?
Uh, probably what I'd be wearing on the weekends. So like short sleeves, jeans.
Now, this isn't necessarily like what this question really is what would you be wearing in moments most meaningful to you?
My Sunday clothes.
It could be.
Yeah, my Sunday clothes.
You're in like a button-down shirt, khakis,
Yeah.
tucked in. It's very tight around the gut.
Yeah, my pleated khakis.
But you feel and you see it on your hand. The tattoo that you have expands, and you feel something basically trickling up your arm. And when you unbutton your sleeve and roll it up, you realize you now have a sleeve of a geometric pattern crawling up your arm in a brand new tattoo.
Is the guy still there talking to me?
Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
Hey, my parents are gonna kill me. This can't keep happening. How do I get rid of this?
That is going to be important. There is a story to be told here. After that, you sort of flash of light. Jeremy, you again you see just golden fields of wheat and grass and trees and blazing sun. But you also see the sort of sky, the dome of the sky spinning fairly quickly into night and day and night and day and night and day. But as the platform almost seems to zoom in and in and in further and further and further until there is nothing. You guys are like, the platform almost seems to be buried in the grass, and you see insects, spiders, praying mantises, ants the size of you just scurrying about and getting around. What does
the hell
this
is going on?
you see him writing something down, and he looks up and he says, what does this mean to you?
I mean, I don't know what to tell you, dude. I like bugs.
You care for the little things. It's important that one remembers those that others think little about or don't bother to consider. If you forget them, you certainly will lose your way. Remember this. And starts writing down. Asher, when you open your eyes again, suddenly you're like the sea, the dark sea below you has been whipped up into a hurricane. You can no longer see the stars. You can no longer see anything. The winds almost feel like you're about to blow off the platform, but your feet are rock solid in the storm. And then you see the pages blowing on the book. The guy's hair is a mess. He says, what does this mean to you?
It's what's inside of me that...
What?
It's what's inside of me that I don't let out, or it comes out at times, but I don't want anyone to see it.
Yes, there's a storm within you. Something you try to keep pushed down. There's a time and place for patience, and there is a time and place for action. Knowing what is necessary will be key to your success and survival. Over to Bayfold. And by the way, all of you are getting sick sleeves.
Hell yeah.
Heck yeah.
Bayfold, you see dwarves, and you see what you know to be dwarves, and what player talk are gnomes, but you don't know what gnomes are. Working together, tinkering, and building creatures and mechanisms beyond your understanding of metal and brass and stone. You see dozens of them working together and collaborating and going over schematics and blueprints.
Can I go up to them? I'm ignoring this man now. I want to see what they're working on.
You try to get to the edge of the platform, and there seems to be, it's not quite like a barrier. It's not solid. It's just like, you can't go that way.
No, I'll turn back to him. What were you saying? And could we go see what they're working on? I'd love to see.
What does this mean to you?
I mean, What do you mean? That's everything. It, it looks like they're making things, and their mechanisms, and I I want to learn what they're building. I like building things.
Necessity is the mother of invention, but do not think you need to work alone. You, of all people, should understand that things can be greater than the sum of their parts.
Absolutely. Hold
Oh.
on. Don't disappear yet. Now that you've got my attention,
Mhm.
who are you?
Oh. Well, my name is, and you see him mouthing, and it just silence.
Okay.
James.
Yep.
Suddenly the stars and everything is just gone, vanished. Even the floor below you is just missing. There is nothing but the desk of the man himself, and his pen. And it's just pure black. It's not even a black, so to speak, as much as it's just like an absence.
I mean, I would walk up to his desk and say, "What are you doing? Where are we? What's going on?"
And he's writing down. He turns to you and says, "What does this mean to you?"
Nothingness, a void. I mean, there's just nothing. It doesn't mean anything.
What happens next, you don't see it. It's hard to explain, but it's not quite visible as much as it's an awareness. Not sight, but more your mind's eye. And that's when you realize that there are fields of white and blue lilies, similar to the ones that you saw when you got here, stretching out in all directions as far as you can perceive.
Wait, what is this?
You must be able to find peace and connection in the darkness, or else you will be consumed by it.
I'm just trying to... I just want to be me.
With that, all of you see a flash of orange light before you find yourselves once again in the basement.
With the dude in the suit, like,
Yeah, he tried to give me his name and it got all fuzzy.
Pretty sure we got another
Right.
tattoo.
Oh yeah, you guys
Oh,
look
yeah.
down,
Yeah.
sleeve, full-blown sleeve, and at the very end of your wrist, you see something that matches what you saw. Mark, you see a small outline of a shield. James, you see a lily. Jeremy, you see a claw. Martin, you see a gear. And Asher, you see a sort of hurricane symbol. But otherwise, it's like a geometric tattoo, almost fractal, like going up your entire arm all the way up to your shoulder.
I tried to ask him how to get rid of these, and he just said there's a